was shot, Biafra was go. Thank you. Thank you. That is how the Ekuere people of Biafra land do Greap. That's how they do Greap. Now we are moving forward to see other people, other languages in Biafra land. All the women of Africa in Biafra land. Yes. That is the greeting of Igbo people of Biafra land. Thank you, and may God bless. And now inviting the Anioma of Africa to come and tell the people of the world the decision of the African people towards the restoration of Biafra. Thank you. Biafra, as the king of Africa, I am known as David Elliot, announced that we Africans are not Nigerians. And I will still give a reason that why we are not Nigerians. We Africans, we are Biafran, and I will still give a reason to the world that we are Biafran. Why I said we Africans are not Nigerians, because when it comes to African land, we are with the refinery, as Africans, as African people of Africa, we are not in oil well. Better the Hausas and the Yorubas. Why am I that? We Africans are the Biafrans. Is that when it comes to African land, we have a place they call Mama. They have a place they call Church. They have a place they call Kojiriba. The Kojiriba is outside there. As African teacher now, I myself, like what I said, my mother from Abia State, and my wife from Imo State. My father and mother from Imo State. This is Biafran.
Wow, what can I do?
International community effort and release our brother, our uncle, our elder, our daddy, and our sister. Because me na the Biafra pakane. Me na biye. Me na pushi bobi Biafra pakane. So quelqu'un va préparer, quelqu'un va se amago be préparer tiene. Quelqu'un va se go be préparer tiene. And de la côté na, me na quelqu'un moi. Me na ma Biafra. Ah, Biafra. Cross River to come and tell the whole world the decision of the Cross River people towards the restoration of Biafra. How about you are highly welcome, sir? Efik ma. Efik ma. Biafra ma. Biafra mamara. I thank you all. My names are Udo. I'm from Calabar. I represent my people so that the journey will be easy for you.
Welcome to this channel. Please like this video, comment and share. Then don't forget to subscribe if you are watching for the very first time. Mr. Chinedu Michael, it's like Fulani have been losing the grip of the scattered Biafrans, the Ijaws, the Ekuere, the Igbankes, Anioma. It's like Fulani is losing their grip on them, because recently we saw how Ijaw youths and Igbo youths, how they gather at Igbanke celebrating, and in this video we saw how people from different axis, different ethnic, they come together and they claim to be Biafra, inviting United States of America, Russia, and all the superpower to come to their rescue. What do you have to say?
Yes, of course. But let me just for a minute, report the development on how an Igbo woman was murdered in Ogun State. And we have not seen any reaction from that. And those people who are murdered that lady were being reported to be, thugs, thugs, all these street collectors, for just 1,500. That woman was murdered. And I've not seen any Igbo leader from Ogun State, the Honeza or whatever they call themselves, taking up that issue, because as you can see, this is not the first time this issue is happening within that space. I would expect that the Igbo people, the Honeza, and of course the political space should report and make sure that those who are actually involved in killing of that petty trader, because of 1,500, should be brought to book. But that's what it is for now, and we are looking at what is actually the Niger Delta people are looking for currently. Does it look like the thing has become very clearer to them that the Igbo themselves, that they are Igbo people, have refused to understand that they are Igbo. Is it becoming clearer now that the Igbo man, is not your enemy? I can never be an enemy. The unification, and the fragmentation, of different people, including, because I remember somebody was just saying it, and when I look at it, I saw some element of truth in it. That when Ojukwu wanted to consult over the issue of 1967 crisis between Nigeria Gowon and the rest of them, as at that time, he consulted the entire Biafran territory, the Biafran people, including those from the Anang, those from the Ijaw axis, those from Urubu, Isikiri, Ogoni, them, everybody was being brought on one particular hall, and that was what they called the Eastern Assembly, as at that time, or the Eastern Union, or whatever they call it as at that time. And there was need for people to actually look at it, that what is coming to them was purely extermination of the tribe. So they advised Ojukwu to declare the Republic of Biafra, and which it was one of them from Ijaw that actually suggested to Colonel Ojukwu as at that time to name the newest kingdom, nation as at that time as Biafra. But when the war started, we saw a lot of things played out, and it was being reported that those from that axis could not be able to factor in and support, the take to the other side. And today, what are we seeing? I must celebrate that man who adopted his cap for the reality on ground. Yes, it's just like what happened in the Bible, when the prodigal son moved around at the end of the day, he returned to his home. Let us go back to our roots. Let us go back to who we are. Let us go back to our identity, who we are. They are talking about the Arewa in the north. Nobody's killing them for answering Arewa. They are talking about the Oduduwa people in the southwest. Nobody's killing them, because they bear Oduduwa. But when you mention Biafra, everything is in as if hell is being let loose.
And let me come in here. When they mention Arewa, we have many languages in that place. They call Arewa. Arewa started from Kwara politically. When you get to Benue, you see so many different languages. Tifi, Igede, Uropo. You go to Plateau, you see them many diverse of language. You go to even Niger State, Gwari, Nupe, and you go to all these places, Adamawa. You see various, people that are not Hausa, they are not speaking Fulani, they are not speaking Hausa, and all of them call themselves Arewa. So why is it difficult to build different clans around Biafra?
Yes, let me thank you for that very insight. You hardly see any of these people come out to tell you that they are not Hausa, because it is the Hausa people that we know. We don't know anything about Fulani. You hardly see them. And I can say there's no nation on this earth that does not have ethnic minorities or nationalities. I've never, even in the United States of America, with 13 colonies, you know. So, but you know, the factor is that, you know, I don't know what this thing about being an Igbo, what it is. It is in Nigeria. You know, and I stand to be corrected on this platform that during the Northern Southern Protectorate, go and check history, there was no Igbo man that was invited in that meeting. Most of the people they invited us at that time were Northerners, and some few Yoruba Obas, you know, are signaling that the green, white, whatever flag they have is a symbol of Yoruba and Hausas. The Igbo man is not factored in at all. So the nature of it is that, you know, what is coming out from that land, what is coming out from that geographical area is what they are interested in, and anything that will bring them, make sure that they get to that level. Then I now ask go on, who is denying that you don't know who pushed you to go to war? Is there something? I don't want to use this kind of word. Something is actually wrong somewhere. Until you come out and confess exactly what happened, and immediately after the war, go on quickly rush to River State, which is Igbo as at that time, and look at the reception. So people, I begin to wonder, you know, was it that, you know, these people come together and push the so-called brothers of theirs to war and go back through the back door, you know, to embrace the enemy at the end of the day. But now, the entire Niger Delta axis is in ruins, pollution. There's nothing to show for in Niger Delta. Everything that you see there, you know, let me just say it, you know, maybe to an extent, I was surprised to see Tombolo, you know, having a social festival with the Igbo socialite themselves. You know, they gathered in Baramatu, you know, and I begin to look at, I love Tombolo, yes, I love him so much, irrespective of anything, you know, because he has a consciousness, he has that consciousness, he knows what is happening, you know, there are certain things that are beyond his control. Even Tombolo, you know, cannot come out and tell me that I can compare Tombolo with Tasadito Kubo. Tombolo know that, you know, even though I have to take this contract deep inside me, I know that it is not the right thing to do, even though I am under the pressure of the Niger Delta, so-called Niger Delta elders or whatever. They forgot all these things. Now, what have Niger Delta benefited from the resources? I'm talking about Niger Delta. I'm not talking about, you know, all this Niger Delta as they are being called. South-South. Yeah, South-South as they are being called. But look at, after how many years, you cannot factor any federal government presence in that place that it can be proud of. The citizens are being impoverished. There's no road, there's nothing. Then still, you still want those people, the Fulanis still want you to continue to look at the Igbo man as your enemy. Well, okay, let go and come out and tell us whether it was Ojukwu that caused that war. Are we not seeing it clearly? That after all, IBB said it was not an Igbo king. Are we not now begin to see the reality? But we are waiting the day Gowon could come out and mention the British and the Fulani that instigated and compelled him by hook or crook to begin to devastate over 6 million people because of crude oil. That's when we know that it has gotten to the point. But they will not allow him to say that because it's a top secret. It's purely a confidential thing. But from his body language, you know that Gowon and Dajuma, they are also on the run.
That's why I'm saying that this man is still afraid. The way he was afraid in those days when he was young. Almost 90 years now, he's still afraid to come out to tell us some real things. Because he should come and describe the man that will not respect his word. Your word is your pawn. You went to Aburi Accord to sign agreement. This is beyond your word of mouth. Something you sign. And you came and you make U-turn. And you refuse to implement what you agree upon. You should come out to tell us what made him change his mind after he come back from Aburi Accord. Who instigates him? Who interprets something to him? Why did he change? All of a sudden, after I agree, you and Otuku, we saw the picture of you eating together. That is Accord. So meaning that whatever you did, that it was in a peaceful accord. So what changed? What is the narrative? Why?
I think it's meant, as something Nigeria, millions of people want to hear, and the way we heard from IDB, and then we need to also hear at what point did you disengage yourself from the Aburi Accord and led to the death. Well, nobody's going to accept the apology and go on unless you come, whatever thing, whether you are pretending or not, you should know that you're already on the run. The son of the sun. What I mean, S-O-N, the son of the sun. I'm talking about rising sun. It's going to question you. The spirit of the son of the rising sun will question you and continue to question you, your identity and where you came from. Because there was no need. Go and ask all the analysts that were talking about this war. There was no need for the war. It's useless at all. After all, Nigeria fought for independence. It's the same thing for people to go and seek for self-determination. There's nothing wrong with that. Then you conspire with the whole world, the British and everything because of crude oil. Has the crude oil now made you okay? Are you okay now? Go on. Would you want to say that you're okay? No, go on. You're okay now.
Seeing your people die every day.
Well, the factors still remain that, thank God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for unveiling the hidden agenda. What is the hidden agenda? The more our people in the coastal line realize that the Igbo man is not their enemy and can never be their enemy. The Igbo man are not the ones inside the forest. The Igbo man are not, because they know how the Niger Delta people are going to stand that. And if you look at it very well, I'm not talking about rivers. I'm not talking about Delta. I'm talking about, these areas where we have, I'm talking about Bayelsa precisely. And the BBO and Efik. How are they going to survive it? The destruction that is going on and the possibility that earthquake, God forbid, because of the way and manner, the ruggedness and the wickedness of exploration without any reservation. And it has continued, and they made a Bayelsa man to be supervising the 2 million barrels going to the north on daily basis without anything to mount to show that Niger Delta or whatever it is, as they been called, which I'm not part of, will continue to watch these things happen. Yes, the leaders have stood up, and whether it's in Okereka, whatever you see, but it represents a voice that the United Nations, the UN, the USA, the America, and the Russia, I think should has mapped out already plan on how to get to a point of decolonization of Nigeria, and it's going to happen. There's no two ways about it, because the North has become a threat to the South. There's no two ways about it. We cannot watch without any provocation on daily basis. People are being killed on daily basis, even the areas that I was not expected that these Fulanis will get to in the entire Biafran land. They are already there. And you see what is happening already in Ijoma. All the Ijoma now are moving to the eastern part of the country and to the Biafran land. They are in mass to Biafra running because they feel that Biafra is the only place they can be saved. And I watch some Hausa guys say, is it not hard time this Niger Delta will recognize that the art of geopolitical zone that was created was just a target to dismantle and to disintegrate the Biafran territories.
What do you think is make these people now realize? Because when you consult somebody, can we go to this war? They agree. All of a sudden, they just back down without following you to the war. All of a sudden, why are they now realizing that they made a mistake and are now making U-turn, try to align with the Biafra? What do you think it has changed?
Honestly, maybe by now they thought that Igbo man wouldn't have risen, but they didn't know that those that were killed in the Biafra war has become a seed. Today, the sun have risen, and those who were able to take scrap and turn them to machines, has what it takes to stand as a nation, to stand as an individual. The Igbo people, battled it from picking nylon on the street to what they are today. Today, if you look at the history now, I can tell you that Anambra State has the highest billionaire in the world, has billionaires more than even Lagos State. I'm not talking about education, I'm talking about billionaires more than Lagos State. So it tells you, without not just 20 pounds, with all they have, it tells you that God is not happy with what happened and that the North and the Fulanis should be able to make a deep confession with Danjuma. Danjuma must be held responsible for the state of 6 million Igbos that died in that war.
Thank you very much, sir.